Hello, everyone. I wanted to get on here and talk about the big, beautiful bill that was just passed by Trump. Now, I've written down some things and I wanted to go over it. So, just so everybody have an insight on what actually is in the bill. The trail of misery that this bill will leave is absolutely legendary. This bill adds about $4 million to the deficit in the debt. Of course, the main crux of it is to cut taxes for the wealthy and raise taxes on the lower and middle class. The bill cuts Medicaid to the tune of $800 billion, which effectively kicks over 16 million people off of health care. It raises out of pocket costs. It reduces coverage for poor and disabled people. That's right, disabled people are going to lose their lifeline as a direct result of this bill. Of course, 3 million people were kicked off of the SNAP program, which is the food stamp program. It cuts free school lunch for kids. They actually end up kicking millions of people off of the Obamacare as well. A lot of people don't know this, but the bill ultimately ends by cutting Medicare too, because it violates PAYGO. And as a result of that, it leads to a squincher in Medicare, which basically means it's a fancy way of saying there's going to be automatic reductions in Medicare. The bill also kills wind projects and solar projects. So all the job creation that was going to happen around that is now done and over with. It allows for increased pollution. It increases oil and gas drilling on public lands. It defunds Planned Parenthood. It blocks Medicaid trans health care, massively increasing funding for ICE. They're currently rounding up innocent people left and right, and they're sending them to a slave camp in El Salvador, and sending them to Guatemala Bay, and sending them to Alligator Alcatraz. As it also increases energy prices in every single state, and it even repeals a tax on the gun silencers. So honestly, we're at the point where this is comical. Even the parts of the bill that in theory were supposed to help working class people is a giant ruse. So as AOC points out, Mike Lawler, this is one of the Republicans who voted for the bill, voted to make the tax breaks on billionaires permanent while making the no tax on tips only for people making under $25,000 a year, and it expires in 3 years. So at the same